Social networking. It's an everyday occurrence in our society that bonds us to one another. It's how we connect and learn. And since the dawn of the internet, it's evolved. The internet has continued to change how we interact with each other through the use of social networking sites. These sites, once very basic and new, have made the internet one of the most popular forms of communication among people of all ages. According to Canada Online's 2007 study, 40% of Canadians have visited a social networking site at least once, and about 1 in 4 visit them weekly. But why do users visit these sites? Research from the study shows that 38% of users use them to interact and socialize with friends and family, 24% to share and obtain information, and 15% for entertainment and fun. Susan O'Donnell is a research officer at National Research Council Canada and an adjunct professor at UNB Fredericton. She specifies in researching how social interaction occurs through the web. Robert Fournette is a first-year journalism student at NBCC Woodstock. Because of his schoolwork and extracurricular activities, he almost always has to be in contact with people. What do they have in common? They're both very wired to technology.
I'm on the net all the time at work because as a researcher you just have to stay up with like what's happening, you know. So there's a lot of different sites that I'll monitor, and I'm downloading reports all the time, and you know, just kind of reading and monitoring and things like that. So I use it all the time.
I use technology for everyday communications, between having a BlackBerry on my hip 24/7, 365, to having a computer at my disposal as much as possible. With technology, I mean, I don't go anywhere without it.
In recent years, networking sites have gained a lot of media exposure, most recently sites like Facebook and YouTube. These sites have also become almost addictively popular among internet users, especially those of the younger generation.
Social networking websites are awesome. I can't go without Facebook. I think having it on my BlackBerry doesn't help. I can be driving down the road and in the middle of nowhere with no internet access, and I can still get Facebook on my BlackBerry. So it's definitely something that I definitely am addicted to, for sure.
We did a major study of YouTube, and we've published a few papers on it over the last year. What we found was, well, first of all, the level of use of online video sites like YouTube is increasing, and certainly among young people they're increasing all the time, and there's a lot of interest in it. Of course, as you can imagine, though, that a lot more people are watching the videos than actually producing the videos.
YouTube has also become a breeding ground for internet sensations. Some of these YouTube celebrities, as they're called, have amassed huge fan bases and have branched out to create their own communities because of this. One such YouTube celebrity to do this is Doug Walker, aka That Guy with the Glasses, better known to many for his character, the Nostalgia Critic, and 5-second movies, both which originated from YouTube. In regards to having his own site, Walker says,
"There's certainly a lot more freedom. The downside is it costs a lot more to keep up, where YouTube, of course, is free. But then again, I get paid for them as well, so it all works out."
Walker's fans typically range from 13 to 30 years old. Luckily, being of the social generation, they have several ways to connect through the site. These include a forum, private messaging, and commenting on the site's videos. Walker hopes the site will continue to grow and flourish, but his main goal will always be to keep people laughing.
"I'm not big into changing people's thoughts or opinions. I just like to make them laugh. It's one thing if you have one funny routine, but to constantly entertain people so much that they keep coming back is a great feeling."
And does Walker, a man who typically has thousands of people watching him and talking about him, use social internet applications to interact with anyone?
Not really. To be honest, I really like my privacy. I do have a MySpace and a Facebook, but I never check them. I use Skype to talk on meetings, but everything else I rarely look at.
But if there's one thing both O'Donnell and Fournette are adamant about, it's that the internet will continue to expand in the future. Boiled down to its core, the internet is just another step in the long history of communication. Despite everything we know about the web, we still have a long ways to go in our understanding of it. After all, if we can go from this.
Let's start this discussion with hardware, as they say. What kind of stuff do you need on your computer in order to be able to receive this information?
The most important thing is a modem.
And still go to this.
The internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes.
It's pretty obvious that the internet will never go away, as long as we're here to research it and, of course, use it.